Donald Trump's role in this fairy tale that we call September 11th is very interesting because right from the beginning, he expressed doubts about the official story of 9/11. He suggested that there were bombs that were placed in the building. And on quite a number of occasions during the campaign, he suggested that if the people of America were to elect him president, they would find out the truth about September 11th. He even kicked Jeb Bush, George Bush's brother, out of the race by suggesting that his family was complicit with the September 11th attacks. But now, by his covering it up and even promoting people from within the ranks that were certainly involved, like Mike Pompeo and Giuliani, he's shown that he is right in the camp with all the crazy traitors. According to US jurisprudential precedent, if you're covering up for terrorism, you're also a terrorist, you know? You're either with us or you're with the terrorists. So, you know, Ward Churchill wrote a book a number of years ago. It was called On the Justice of Roosting Chickens. And it had the famous picture of Mr. and Mrs. America standing in the front lawn, but with their gas masks on, because it's our tax dollars that go to fund all the terrorism that the United States does around the world. Open terrorism, places like Palestine and Guatemala. Just last week, Trump was dumping bombs and killing people with drones in Iraq. So we support this. But it's very interesting that if US jurisprudential precedents were consistently applied, the kind of laws that we pretend that we apply in places like Afghanistan, where we, you know, execute bin Laden's taxi driver, then we have to look closer to home and realize that the real terrorists are us. We're the people that don't take any action in the face of extreme human rights abuses and extreme false flag terrorism. Because I wrote at the time on a blog that no longer exists that if they could get away with attacking us on September 11th, then they would get away with anything. And every time the United States needs a new war, they just attack themselves and blame official enemies, whether it's right-wingers, communists, Islamic terrorists, Serbian nationalists, or whatever flavor of the month they come up with. And I wrote that it was very dangerous to let this one slide. People say, well, it doesn't matter. And I said, it's very dangerous because they're going to keep attacking us. And ever after September 11th, you saw them just kind of inch for more and more and more with other attacks like 7/7, where it also has the hallmarks of total CIA operation, political killings. But now they're waging war in the sun. And they've brought out all stops to try to convince people that spraying in the sky would be a good thing. Even Bernie Sanders, who a lot of people think represents the peace movement on the Democratic Party, he's even said that we need to mount a World War II type of effort against the sun. This is the logic behind the whole Green New Deal. And remember, this was started in the Obama administration, where he wanted to, ban anybody who thought that the sun was good for you.